Hey, one more World Entertainment, and it looks like the success of the Penguin is possibly giving HBO more confidence in handing Matt Reeves more shows. Now, originally he was meant to do 3 shows, which of course were the Penguin, a Gotham PD series, and a series focusing on Arkham Asylum. And of course, the Gotham PD one and the Arkham Asylum one has fallen away, but now he's giving an update saying that yes, more spin-offs are in development. Now, the question I think that everyone will start asking regarding more shows in the Batman universe is, are you going to put Batman in there? Because you have to. At this stage, if you're going to start putting more shows out there, you can't avoid not putting the Batman in any of these shows. It's quite easy doing it now with the Penguin because it's already been explained, with the flood, everything else. Batman's gone underground. He's obviously re-evaluating everything. He's meant to be building himself back up and getting ready. And the Penguin is meant to lead into what we're going to get in the Batman Part 2. And I still think by the end of this show, we'll either see a silhouette of Batman or something. But more so, I think something will happen and we'll see the bat signal. And they'll be like, oh crap, he's back. You start doing other movies then, and what he's talking about, yeah, you're not going to be able to avoid not using Batman in them. But let's have a look at this anyway, to see what it says. And it's interesting to hear what Matt Reeves says about working on the Batman and the Penguin. So it says, following the Batman's hugely successful theatrical run, director Matt Reeves announced that a number of small screen spin-offs were in the works, including the Penguin, a Gotham PD series, and a project focusing on the infamous Arkham Asylum. Only one of these ended up moving forward, but executive producer Dylan Clark recently indicated that early plans are in place for another show set in the Batman epic crime saga, and Reeves has now confirmed that more shows are being discussed. Andy Serkis asked Reeves if a second season of The Penguin is on the cards, or whether he plans to take us into Gotham through another lens, while speaking to the filmmaker for InterviewMagazine.com. And here's what Reeves said. We have been talking, and it's exciting because people are now embracing the show. My fantasy is coming into being, which is very exciting, and HBO has been incredibly supportive from the beginning. Now to see that the show is being embraced is really, really exciting. We have been talking about doing other shows. I wanted to make sure that we didn't do the origin tale, which so many of the other series have done. I think the idea of being able to put a lens on these characters is a really exciting idea. It's about cities and their dysfunction and the world and its dysfunction, which is what Batman stories are all about. They're all about Gotham being a place that should be better, and you should have the experience of this almost novelistic epic crime saga. But you also just get these separate experiences. They have their own dramatic value. So Oz's story is Oz's story, and the idea is to do these other stories in the same way. So that's his comment. You notice he doesn't hint at all about a season 2 of Penguin, and he never does, which is weird. So it is like that hinting that there will be or that it won't be. It's interesting that he has not answered that question. But it says Reeves didn't mention any specific characters, but he did previously hint at a legal drama focusing on Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face, might be one possibility. Reeves also spoke about having the freedom to make the Penguin a little more adult oriented after being handcuffed to some degree while working on the Batman. And here's what he says about the differences, like working on the Batman to Penguin. And he also hints at something for the Batman Part 2 with this. So it says, it's interesting because in a Batman movie, there are resources that are tremendous. So we're able to do quite grand things. But we are handcuffed in other ways. When we were dealing with the rating board, They were like, you gotta pull that back and this back. But with HBO, those handcuffs were removed. It gave us the ability to be really character forward. Even just the way that Oz can be so deliciously profane. Now, as we're working on the movie, he can't be quite as free with the profanity. There is a wonderful tone to the way Colin does it, so we have to find the right balance. So you're hearing there, he's clearly indicating that Penguin is going to play a part in the next movie, because he's saying we had the resources and we were told to pull stuff back. Then with the show, he got to let loose and swear till he's blue in the face, but now we have to rein him back in again, obviously for the next movie. So it is interesting to hear that they are talking about doing more stories. But again, if you do more stories, and especially villain focused, you can't escape not having Batman in it. There's just no way to do it. Now, you could have, if it was the Arkham series, because obviously you would be focused in Arkham. One of the things you do hear people kind of complain about with the Penguin is, oh, why is there no mentions of Batman? And to a certain degree, I understand that, but at the same time, with what's going on, it makes sense that he's not really there for the most part. But as I said in my review for episode 7, with the event that happened at the end with the explosion, there's no way you can't start bringing out Batman. You have to, in this last episode, again, either show the searchlight or have someone saying something about Batman. You know, maybe someone says, oh, we got a call last night, somebody saw the bat. You know, something like that. He has to start making an appearance, especially if it's leading into the, like this series leads into the Batman Part 2. But if you start doing other shows, because obviously you were gonna probably make them for after the Batman Part 2, which then you would be thinking, okay, well, Batman obviously must be fully up and running then by that movie, which means he would be all around Gotham after that movie. So if you do new shows and you're dropping it in Gotham after that movie, you can't not explain where Batman wouldn't be. You would have to say, oh no, he's around, he's here, he's there, and he has to show up. That's the only issue I think they will run into. And of course, then you're going to be running the budgets up, and you're going to have to be trying to convince Robert Pattinson to get in there, unless he's contracted. You know, it might be in his contract that, hey, look, if we need you, you're going to be there. Don't know. We'll wait and see. I just hope this isn't a case of, oh, the Penguin did really well, quick, make more. You know, it's like, no, take one thing at a time, you know. Don't worry about other shows now. Now focus on doing Batman 2. See what happens with that. And then you can focus on other stuff. We'll wait and see. So with that, I'll leave it there for this one. So cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.